Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday team call. My name is Amy Kernicki. For those of you who don't know who I am, I am leading this call today, helping. So I would love for us to start out by sharing some wins. I love what Bob just shared actually before we started recording about what his intentions and goals this week were, what he set. If you want to repeat that, Bob, I think that was super inspiring.
Sure. It was nice that Laura got myself and Tamara, another brand partner of hers, together, and we did a little Zoom, which we're going to do every Wednesday morning to just check in with each other and become accountable. And so, what we all agreed was that we would post something every day, something about our business, and also make a list of at least 8 people that we've contacted and talked to or emailed or left a voicemail, and a little note about what we've done with them, which is always good to do. I do it a little different way, but whether you write it down, put it in your take a snapshot of uh your journal. But I like, so I did it on a spreadsheet. But normally I'll use To Do, which I really like, because I keep track of all of my clients that way when I talk to them, and so I transferred that information to there, and then just you know be accountable. So
I,
it's encouraging to have a team that you are responsible for. And once I commit to something, I really like to do it.
that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. I love that you guys are holding each other accountable. Is it an app that you're talking about to do?
Yeah, Microsoft To Do is an app I use, and it will send me reminders on my Outlook of, like, okay, Steve's on day 3. Um,
Mhm.
Talk to him, and then I have, okay, send him this video that you did, a year ago about how to drink a lot of water and how to cut up some fruit and vegetables before the day starts, so you know what your snacks are going to be, what your flex foods are going to be. And so I have those all scheduled, and now I have to be accountable myself to check that every day and do the work I've told myself to do.
That's very cool. I use just my Google Calendar, and there's like reminders and tasks that you can put in each day. And I use that to like remind myself to check in on new people. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for sharing.
Welcome. And if anybody's interested in my to-do list, I'd be glad to share it.
Thank you. How's everyone else? Would anyone else like to share a win? Maybe like Bob, like what you're doing this week, how you're, I feel like the summer people have dropped off and people are jumping back in. Like now is the time that we're planting those seeds for winter time. Does anyone else have any goals or accountability they want to vocalize in the group?
I do.
Thank you.
Um, I just, I've been a slow start. I was signed up with Rita, and I said, no, I'm so busy with my holistic health coaching, and this will be great for my clients, but I didn't dive into a lot of um, all the things you can do right away to get bonuses. That's not my interest. But in the last week, I've had like in the last 5 days, 2 brand partners and 3 UTL ULT um, transformation kits bought. And but I really, and it's been great because it's this momentum. Like I'm really good in the third set of tennis, but the first two is like a warm up for me. So now I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. I get how it goes. But it's also this feeling of it's never a rush. It's always going to happen at the right time. And that's been a good reminder for me just to go with the flow. Rita and Mary are very good at that. Just allow it to be. And so I've learned a lot, even though I haven't been doing the business, probably like a lot of everybody else is doing it, just about that flow and that ease, and it's okay. But all these people that have come forward to me, I talked to them when I first started and not since then. And that was 2 months ago. So, so that was good. It was good start now. I'm ready.
Yeah, well, congratulations on hitting UBT. That's amazing. And, we always talk about the fortune is in the follow-up. So it's awesome that you have a really big list to be going back to now that you are fired up and see the possibility of what can happen in this business, right? So thank you so much for being here, and thanks for jumping on the call and getting closer to the fire. Anyone else want to share some wins? Anyone want to celebrate someone on their team?
I'll pop off. This is Michelle. I got into my morning routine and some real self accountability and self care this past week. We have a sideline partner that is doing morning accountability. If anybody's interested, it's a workout for about an hour. But so that was really good to feel back in my body, and I really realized that as I'm studying a lot of these leaders, a lot of them will have self-care in the morning for 2, 3, 4 hours. And that's what gets them through making the big decisions in their life and understanding where to focus their energy for the day. So just experimenting with that. I was kind of taking a lot of time until like noon every day, but now I am getting up earlier and getting started earlier and not just kind of filling the time before noon with all the busy stuff. So that's been feeling really good. And I want to shout out Amy Kornicki for stepping into leading the call today. I travel and just all the things happened to me today on the road. So and my room's not ready where I'm going. So I just really want to shout her out for just filling the shoes and stepping up, like the leader that she is. And we're all leaders here. So don't be afraid to unmute and celebrate yourself.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for the shout out. That morning routine, I mean, all coaches always talk about that. I've been doing that too, waking up earlier. Just you are the master of your time. You get to create what you want to create. So anybody else? iPhone, you have your hand up?
Hi, sorry, I'm driving, but
It's okay.
this is Christina. I just wanted to share about 2 wins. I've been really trying to step out to places that are a little more intimidating for me to reach out to. And yesterday, was able to side job. So I'm really excited at awesome health challenging to do so feel better, and we're thousands people started on their journey. So I spoke with national today as well, and he's to conversation to learn, to have content. So I'm really excited to
You're kind
another
of
connection and maybe seeing what Be-
We can't really
oh,
understand.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Kinda? I don't know.
Oh, oh, you know what? I'm at my son's school, so I think when I get close to the school, I get cut off.
Okay. Well, what I heard you say was that you reached out to some of your chicken list, right? Some harder.
Yep.
Oh, yes. And I want to congratulate you on that. And I love how we can shift from the chicken list to a referral list. Sometimes that's a good position, asking them. Maybe if we don't want to ask directly, we can ask them if they have referrals for us. I didn't really exactly hear what you said, so I'm so sorry. Does anyone else have anything?
Hey, Amy. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Anna.
Hi. I'd love to shout out Megan Newell. She is brand new to the business as of like 3 days ago now. And she's showing up on this call. It looks like she's even at work. She's she's making time for it, and she's been showing up on social media really beautiful, like already so just heart centered, heart led. She's catching the drift here pretty quickly, and I'm really excited for all the beautiful things coming your way.
Mm. Awesome. Welcome, Megan. And thank you, Anna, for being here too. I
I'll
see.
jump off. Well, I'm working on my SBA. It's a free through the state where I live to have a coach help me with my business plan. And so if you don't know me, I'm a regenerative health practitioner, recently graduated and putting a lot of things together, and everything's coming together and manifesting some amazing things, looking at retreat property and like a really huge amount of things on my plate. So it was really beautiful and inspiring to watch things just come like very quickly. So, just hang in there. I've been around about a year and a half doing this, kind of laying low. Not that I'm laying low here, but I try to be a cheerleader as much as I can, as you guys call me. So, but and I appreciate everyone here so much. I did want to say that it's I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for this beautiful community of people and the support and energy that is shared in teamwork like this. So thank you so much. Since I don't have a team surrounding me in my area in any way, it's really great to have this community. Thank you so much. And it's just wonderful. But I wanted to throw out there that, there's probably programs in your area if you do need, like, I'm going to reach out and get a business loan. So putting a plan together is very important, and having that able to be helped doing that with no cost is really, I think, a beautiful thing for many of us. And there's software involved that helps you go through it, and then you have accountability, and you can keep that software platform afterwards, purchasing it if you want, after like a 90-day coaching session. So those are, some wonderful things and tools that I thought other people might be able to utilize in their life. And just know that it's available generally through colleges in your area, most likely.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Yeah, you are always sharing your beautiful energy with us. And thank you for those ideas. I did a similar kind of thing through New Mexico too, through UN, whatever, something. But it's very helpful to, and this community is super special too. I think that's why a lot of us are so successful, is that we have each other to bounce ideas off of, and we're not doing this alone. It's really nice to have this, our own business, and not have a boss. We are our own boss, but we have each other to also lean on. It's so helpful.
I also forgot to say that I really got inspired by the watch party
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that today.
platform. So, really just having something to peek people's interests and just the consistency of, and I say this over and over again, but the consistency that I've had, maybe not daily, but just online presence, that people are coming to me or telling me that when they do something, they're going to come to me. So it might not be that they're doing it right now, but they are watching and seeing and hearing and feeling. The emotion is what we want. The emotion is what we want the people to feel. That's when they're going to really be able to hear us, is when they feel it. When we do, like when we do RPMs or anything else, it's that emotional, that resonance that's within us. And I'm seeing that happening and watching it happening to other people too. So just, the authenticity is that the highest vibration you can have, just bringing as much clarity as you can concerning yourself and what you're doing, so that other people can really hone into that when they're ready.
Thank you, Shannon. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was on a coaching call yesterday with Fraser Books, so I'll share some of that later, but he was speaking about your energy. I mean, people aren't buying Purium. I mean, they are. It's an amazing product, right? But they're buying us, as we are the people, like we are our own products. And we have to, our language, like we don't want to buy something from someone that doesn't have any passion about what we're selling. Like if you're buying a house from someone and they were like, yeah, this is a nice house, it's okay. But if someone was like convicted, like this house is going to double in value in the next few years, and like we have those concrete facts about Purium. Like we're the only company that has a money back guarantee for 60 days on a 30-day product. There's so many amazing things that we can share, but that our energy shows. And I have that a lot when people just message me out of the blue on social media because I am consistent, and they know what I'm doing. I don't think they're watching, but people are watching. So when you hit that edge of maybe I'm posting too much, like post some more. Does anyone else have any shout outs, any wins?
I do want to share something.
Thank you,
Sorry.
Pam.
Yeah. So I recently started going to a networking group locally, and finally, after I think a couple months now, I'm leading like 5 of the business owners through the detox process. And I think the most cheerful thing or rewarding thing for me is that 2 of them are weighing in like over 250 or even 300 pounds female. And so just being able to get them to start the healing journey, that is a huge win to me, because I know that those people, they've been struggling for many, many years. And because of all the share of their own victims, or their own wins in the group, that really picked more and attract more people to come to the program. And so I started seeing the power of networking in person, because I started with online space, and I've been staying online until just recently. So I really appreciate this. And I also get to connect with a few other health coaches in person, and I see the opportunity and possibility for partnership in the future. So that's a good development for me as well.
Thank you, Palin. I'm just going to shout out Palin because I'm pretty sure she's exercising while on the call.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
sorry.
that's amazing. I love it. We always preach about movement, right? So, and that is a really good introduction to what we're going to be talking about, how important live events are. And like, now that people can be together, how powerful that is for us. We're going to be talking about that at our inviting to a watch party. Does anyone else have any wins? I see some new people. I'd love to highlight your voice. Come off.
I can share quick. Christina was trying to share that she was or I don't know what she was trying to share, but I just want to shout her out because she did bring me a Connect call that was really good, and I just see the beautiful ripple effect happening from that, and I really enjoyed. I love when people bring me Connect calls because it's like the type of people that we've always wanted to connect with, you know, that are into holistic health and open to changing diet and lifestyle and wanting to share this with their community. So just wanting to give her a shout out for doing that, and it was a great call, and I look forward to all the success that will bring from her connecting in with more possible partners. And then also there's a new person on here, Jennifer, and her story really inspired me, actually re-inspired me, because she was struggling with postpartum depression and depletion. And Jenny Verhoeven shared this with her, and it really like totally changed her life. And I was like in like happy tears of hearing her story. And just also want to welcome you, Jennifer, as your story still inspires me and I still share it. So yeah, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself or share anything, but just wanted to also welcome you on the call and being a new partner.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate the shout out, and that I made a little bit of a difference for you, with my story as well. But I hopped on as I was making dinner, so I'll try to make it short and sweet. But I have health coaching background back since 2020, and had started my own business, and I just found it super hard to help people the way that I want to help people. And then I ended up coaching at a fitness facility like 40 miles away from where I live. And then when I got pregnant with my son, like everything changed. Like I essentially like the light just got sucked out of me, and I found it really hard to continue that type of work just because I was so exhausted and so depleted. And then after I had my son, I breastfed, and I had just a whole slew of terrible uh terrible symptoms and side effects. I had a really hard pregnancy with my son. I got kidney stones. I had carpal tunnel syndrome. I had terrible aches and pains. I mean, just to name a few things. And then as I was breastfeeding, I didn't realize it, but like 6 months into breastfeeding, my thyroid just exploded. It was like protruding out of my throat. And I mean, there was all these things that happened to me, and I just didn't know. I thought it was just, this was just postpartum. But I also had terrible, crippling postpartum depression and anxiety. It was just awful. And after I stopped breastfeeding, it was 3 months, and I kind of started to feel a little bit better. But my husband and I were trying for our second child because we wanted 2 kids that were close in age. So, of course, it took us 3 months, and we got pregnant. It took us 9 months for the first one, took us 3 months for the second one. And jumping back into pregnancy, my body was just like, I literally can't do it anymore. And I just got so depressed and sad, and I was so sick, like way sicker sooner than with the first one. It was just awful. And Jenny Verhoeven reached out to me, and she was just so sweet. And she's like, you've been on my heart for a long time, how are you doing? And I didn't hold anything back. I told her how miserable I was and how sad I was and how I didn't like being a mother, and it was just awful. And she's like, if you're open to it, like, let me send you a video, watch it. And at that time, I'm like, I don't even have time to watch a 30-minute video, Jenny. Like, it was just, but I took the time, and I started digging into the company, and listening to videos, educational things. I'm like, wow, this all just makes perfect sense with everything that I have been experiencing the last 2 years. And I started with, I just jumped on the Core 4, and I've been taking it for 3 weeks now. And it is just night and day different from my first pregnancy. Like, I have energy, my nausea went away, almost within that first week of taking, just the Core 4. And like it was so wonderful. And I really do. I want to shout it from the rooftops, but I'll be completely honest. I don't have a lot of support from my family. So I'm kind of taking a slow route to try to post some stuff on social media. But I want to get the word out there that if anybody was suffering as bad as I was, to reach out to me, because they don't have to suffer like I was, and I was in a really bad state. So anyways, I said I was going to make it fast, but I'm just a talker, so I apologize. But overall, I'm just so thankful for this community. I'm thankful for Jenny. I'm thankful that these products are available to us, that, I can actually enjoy this pregnancy versus just dreading it, because I wasn't looking forward to getting pregnant again. But it's just been wonderful. So thank you, Carrie. It was wonderful connecting with you. And yeah, I appreciate the journey that I've been on so far.
Oh, wow, Jennifer, thank you so much for sharing. You've went through a lot, and it's so amazing. I love this community when we hear other people's stories. Like, I've never had a child myself, but being able to share that story to someone that I care about, that I'm seeing suffering, is really powerful, like Carrie was saying. And the family, sometimes the people that are closest to us are our hardest clients. But I mean, it took my dad 3 years to turn around and try some things. So just give you some hope that when you're consistent and you just lead by example, that's the best way to have someone follow, right? Have it be their idea. All right. Does anyone else have anything?
Yeah, hi, I'm Allison.
Allison.
Hey, thank you for hosting the team meeting, Amy. And I just wanted to shout out my friend Mamelo, who is on this call, I believe, for the first time. She's a new addition to the team. She's got a launch coming up on Monday. And then our other friend, Erin, we're all based in Chicago. There she is. Our other friend, Erin, she has a launch tonight. But there's Mamelo, if you're up for giving an intro, Mamelo.
Oh, sure. Thanks. I was actually going to say something too. That was thanks so much, Allison, for the hookup. That's what I always tell her. This has been an awesome experience, and that was such an incredible story that we just heard. I also am taking the ULT, and I am so glad that I am, because I just have more energy than before. I'm surprised about my workouts. My brain is functioning so much better, and I'm sleeping so much better. And it's really given me so much. I don't know, like I have so much in me that I want to share with people. And Allison will tell you, when we first started this thing, I literally wanted to run away when she said, "You need to post 10 lives." And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Did you do too much? And like, I was so scared of the judgment from people and a whole bunch of things. And just what's been happening is like, why am I so scared to tell people about this thing that is really, really beneficial and that could actually really help them? And in my heart, this is exactly what I've been wanting to do, is to help people with their health. And Purium has really given me these wonderful, superfoods to be able to help people with. And so this week specifically, as well, I did do the 10 lives, and I'm posting like crazy now. I'm like, oh, I guess it only takes 10 days to build a habit. I absolutely love it. So I'm also documenting my journey. And also making calls was also scary to me, but I've really been pushing through, just calling people, having conversations with people. And I'm really thankful for that, because one of the things that I always ask for, my husband and I have this thing where we do appreciations, needs. They don't necessarily have to do with him, but just what we need in our lives to grow as people. And that's not even grow, just what we need in our lives. And then we also do whatever a gift is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a gift, but it could be like, oh, I'll make sure you have free time or something like that on a Sunday, right? So like, that's an example of a gift. But one of the growth things that I've always said is, one of the one of the needs things, I just gave it away. One of the needs things is I have always asked for growth. And you know, and I know what it is. I know that my soul needs growth, and Purium has really given me the opportunity and the support with the ladies and all you guys. Like, it's just given me the opportunity to actually push myself to continue to grow. So I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your voice. Super proud of you for doing those 10 lives, and keep going. It does get easier. Part of this business is a free self-development. I mean, that is the business. If we don't get out of our own ways, we don't have a business, right? It's our voice. It's up to us. It's all us. What was Fraser saying? Basic, better, more often. We complicate it in our minds, our mindset, and in our environment. So we have two choices: to find people or to be found. Does anyone else have anything? And we can talk about the watch party. Okay, let's talk about the watch party. How about, would you drop a 1 if you've ever seen Kiss the Ground? The movie on Netflix? Cool. Yeah, it is a fantastic movie. I love it. And we've talked about it in Purium before. Why this is coming up is, I don't know if anyone was on the call Wednesday. Do you want to drop a 2 if you're on Dave's call? But Dave was asked to talk at the premiere of Common Ground, which is like the sequel to Kiss the Ground, right? And, you know, in Hollywood, he was on a panel answering questions. And Dave wants to make sure that everyone knows that we have the solution for glyphosate. Like, we're not going to beat these huge companies right now, but that's why Dave designed Biomedic, so that we have a solution and we have that to share. So, and how aligned our products are by using regenerative health, or regenerative soil, regenerative farming. And when we are buying Purium, we are investing our dollars into those farmers, right? So we're having watch parties. We can have a watch party with Kiss the Ground, and that is an amazing way just to start conversations on Facebook. If they can come or if they can't come, that doesn't matter. We're still opening these conversations, right? And Common Ground isn't on Netflix yet. It's coming to theaters, I believe. So we can have these in-person events. And as someone was saying, I forget who was saying it, but in-person events are so powerful. I've been doing them since it kind of opened up, and it doesn't matter if there's 2 people or 10. It's like, it's always perfect, and someone is always moved by your stories and shares, and you know, it's powerful to be in person. So Rita and Mary Beth are amazing. So they made flyers and have languaging to invite. I will drop this language in the chat. And then on our boards is all this information. And I think I'm direct messaging someone. Here we go. Here's the link to our boards. Does everyone have the boards app? If you don't have it, make sure you get with your upline and download boards. It's an app where we have our team app too. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing that. And here's that language again. And also, Rita even put something on our website, that wellbeingconnection. I forget what the exact website, but I'll share this with you. This is an amazing, Rita's so awesome. So I'll just pull this up for you guys. So you have flyers to share already made. There's different flyers for different time zones. And we are all doing this on November 4th. It's a Saturday, so we have plenty of time. I would really highly suggest like ordering a couple extra superfoods and having stuff on hand to share. Leaders, you can be inspiring your teams by having a giveaway. I know Michelle's doing that. I'm not exactly sure what, but and then like having like an apothecary as a giveaway for the live person, or maybe like make a gift code or gift card to on top of their gift card that they get if they signed up for Purium, or get creative. Carrie, do you have any ideas on I know you've done a lot of live events. I'm putting you on the spot. Or if anyone has ideas of what they're going to be doing. Does anyone want to drop a 3 if you feel like you are going to be doing this? I heard Gooch is going to be setting up booths outside of the movie theater of Chris when they're showing Common Ground, and that's an amazing idea. Has anyone done a live event that wants to chime in on how they do this?
I'm actually connecting with people to figure out where we're going to have the live event. So I'm just connecting with partners and people local and seeing if anyone wants to host, and if not, I can. So just trying to figure that out now, but having those or starting those conversations anyhow, as I feel like, yeah, this is a great opportunity to connect in person and share this to even for people who can't connect in person.
Yeah. Like I volunteer at a co-op. That would be a perfect place. We have like a community room, or the yoga studios, or like it's a great opportunity to have an excuse to maybe like talk to those people that have been on your chicken list, or some of those professionals that you've wanted to reach out to, chiropractors or someone, and have something to invite them to. Does anyone have any questions on this live event that we're going to be doing? This is a great site to be sharing. No? Okay.
I'm just asking people, like I'm doing what she's doing,
Mm-hmm.
asking people like where we're going to have it. And then instead of just hosting it, so that people are, they might not think of their location, but they might think of something else for you. Again, hitting that emotional button. And then asking them also to kind of have a potluck, so that we bring healthy foods. Like what fresh foods could you bring to really be inspirational to the call to action that we're going to get from this movie, and just kind of bringing that food discussion into it also.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. Maybe even having like Epi family on hand to be able to share something that has the biomedic in it. What a great conversation starter that would be, sharing about both like the shakes and biomedic, be a way for them to be able to tangibly try it.
I haven't seen the movie, but I really feel like that people will do things for, I've found that people will do things for their animals first. And so sometimes I get through, now that we have the cats and the dogs and we're talking about the ground, I think that that's a great leverage to really kind of get it into, hey, they're so close to the ground and they're spraying Roundup everywhere where I live. I mean, it's nothing but crops around me, cornfields, soybean, sunflowers in the Kansas City area. So, which I'm really glad to see. Mind you, I'm really glad to see the sunflowers, because I'll start crying, because I had never seen them around where I lived before, because they're using them as a cover crop because they replenish the soil. So it's really exciting. So I'm sorry I had to throw that in there. It just hit me. It's great. So, but just, the animals are so close to the ground, and they're just the pads of their feet. We're not walking around barefoot usually the way the animals are in these areas that we don't know what's been sprayed there. And then they're sick and we don't know why. And it's amazing to watch them turn around. They don't have any kind of knowing of, oh, I'm taking a drug, so I'm getting better or anything like that. And it's really great way to, for a person, a human being, to see that it's not psychosomatic and that something did change. They can see the coat is shinier. They can see that the animal is more not so foggy brained, and just the same things that we see in ourselves, but you can see the brightness in the eyes and the little bit more step in their walk and things like that. And they're going to the bathroom more regularly. And from something that simple, I will tell you that when I first purchased like the Epi dogs, I thought I was going to get this big bag because it was a fair amount of money. And then it's this little bitty package I felt. But that little package lasts a long time. It's not like you're giving your animal a huge amount of this product. It's just, think about it like taking Biomedic almost. It's more than that, but you're not giving a large amount. So it does last a fair amount of time. And it's just a beautiful thing. I have not used the cat yet, but the dog has been a really great inspiration for many of my clients to spur it to do themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Shannon. I feel that too. I've had people that won't spend money on themselves, but they'll help their pets. Yeah. I think we went over all of those things. When I do live events, I live in a little bitty town now. So we have like a Telegram thread where there's community events, so I can post flyers on there. So I don't know if you know that your community has Telegram, they might have a little chat going. I also post flyers in the co-ops, in the organic food stores, in other places. I mean, when you are a flyer poster, you get to know where you can post flyers. Would anyone want to hear some ideas that I got from Fraser yesterday about getting more conversations? Does anyone feel kind of stuck in social media and they would love to know, how do I start more conversations? You see this chat. Oh, thanks, Mary Beth.
Yes,
I have an idea. Well, one thing I did share was I just took a screenshot of Kiss the Ground and asked, like, have you seen this documentary? And then made a poll, yes or no, and people voted on it. So it's a great way to start conversation. And then all the people who said no, I'm like, this is an incredible documentary. I'm going to be hosting a watch party. If you're local, let me know. If not, I'll share the Zoom link. And so it's a really, really simple way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we could all do that right now. Going live in your stories is super powerful. And then going back the hours later before it expires, or you can actually see it when it expires, but those people that followed all the way through a story, just reach out and say hi. Like, that's an easy way to start conversations. Check in with people, see how they're doing, have a good day. But polls are great to get interaction in your stories, and then that boosts your algorithm too.
Could I ask a question?
Sure, absolutely.
Is this going to be like a watch party that's that you're doing online and in person? Or is it just like we're trying to have in-person watch parties?
You could definitely do either. You could line it up, everyone do it. But
from my understanding, I thought it was both, because isn't Dave talking before and after? So it's like it's for sure an in-person, but then also Dave's going to be opening up and closing.
I didn't know that, Carrie. Thank you for sharing.
That's what it looked like in the flyer. So unless I understood it wrong, but that's what I'm assuming.
Right,
So
Carrie,
there's like a link.
I invited earlier so people would be there in time in order for that to occur. Like, I'm trying to invite, I know that our flyers have that time, but I was really trying to invite like at least 15 minutes earlier, because people a lot of times were 10 or 15 minutes, they'll get there. So, 15 minutes to 30 minutes earlier, so that when he comes on, because he's pretty prompt, that we're, you know, we're ready. So
Yeah.
that's what I would suggest, just my personal opinion.
Yeah. I
So
guess
to clarify, yeah, can I just clarify? Dave is hosting the event and streaming the event live, and then we are encouraged to either invite people to watch it, either with us, but really to host a party where we're streaming it for live people. So back to what Carrie's saying, it's kind of both. You could do this completely on your own, not on this date, and you could stream, you know, this, but Dave is going to be, corporate is hosting it with Dave before and after. So, and good point, Shannon.
Bob has a great question. How do you post that will attract brand partners? That's a great question. I would just say this is just about relationships. This was called, not before network marketing, it was called relationship marketing or something, but I mean, we're just building relationships, right? So the idea that Fraser was giving yesterday was writing down like 3 things that you absolutely love. Like, I love dogs. Oh, what is that bubble? That's weird. I love dogs, vegan food, skiing. Okay. Then find 5 groups to join that are about one of these. Like Shannon, you and I, dogs, like pet people, right? You could join 5 pet groups on Facebook. Now find a post in that group that's doing amazing, comment on it, and then copy that post and post it in the other 4 groups that you're in. Then the next day, you take a post that's doing well in group 2 and you post it in the other groups, the other like 1, 3, 4, 5. And you just kind of keep going, and you're getting interactions, you're responding to comments, and you're jumping into Messenger and reaching out and just networking. I loved this message. Like, just, hey, I came across your profile in the blah, blah, blah Facebook group, and I wanted to reach out as I like to meet other like-minded holistic people, like say if you're in a holistic group, to network. Would you be open to meeting me on a Zoom call and learn about each other? So, you know, we can be direct about networking. I don't think it ever feels good to like go back and forth with conversations and then come out and be like, oh, I want Fraser Brooks. He's a social media coach. Yeah, but we can be direct and upfront with what we're looking for, and really it's networking and connection, right? Right, Bob? That's how we would want to be treated if someone came to us. I mean, how did you become a brand partner, Bob?
Laura was here in this cabin and said, "Hey, you know," she came to visit, and it was really strange because, you know, often she'd say, "Oh, I'm going to come and I'll be there tomorrow." Well, she actually showed, and it was like, well, something's different. Okay. And she said, well, try this shake. And that's how I started. And it tasted pretty good. And when I said, I'm not going to go for ULT, I'll do the core 4. And, you know, I played around with that for a couple of months. And then eventually it was, well, ski season's here. I'm not working that much. I want to ski all the time. Time for a transformation. Let me try this.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I did a little script that I feel like it's bouncing back and forth between the products that are and our delivery system and drying and, you know, high quality and all that stuff. And also that you can turn your friends onto this and you can make a commission and join join the team. So I'm kind of mixing it in. It's pretty low key, but it's about selling the product and getting them interested. Try the product like I did, and then you won't be able to stop sharing it with people. And then when you do, you have the opportunity to get a commission if you want.
Mhm.
So I'm being pretty honest with this, and we'll see how it goes. I'm about to record it on my phone, but
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, share that story. Just that
yeah.
story is it's your honest truth, and that is what's going to get people.
And it's not so much mentioning Purium, but I might hold up a bag or go, yeah. And I don't do this all the time, but I'm having a shake now because, oh, do I have a green thing on me?
That's beautiful. Carrie, do you have any tips about what you share when you're recruiting for the business?
I mean, kind of like what if you see someone that sparks your interest, I leave a voice message. So and you can also share in your stories because you really never know who's watching. So you can share what's lighting you up and what you're excited about. Like share exactly your story of how you got introduced to it and you're so grateful you did. And you watch the documentary Kiss the Ground and you're even more inspired to support regenerative agriculture. And now, the guy who created this is being featured on Common Ground. And we're just really looking to partner with more people to support regenerative farmers who wants to learn more. Like it could be that simple. So less is more, and just share your excitement and what's inspiring you. And then people will be magnetized to that. You're going to attract those type of like-minded people.
I agree with Carrie. Sharing just what you're passionate about is going to attract people who are also passionate about it. And just, saying, hey, there's an opportunity for you if this is what you're passionate about too. And, less focus on maybe like commission based because it can get awkward, but just saying like, we're looking to partner and link arms with people who share our passions, and this could really be a great adjunct or add-on to what you're already doing. And anybody who understands networking and the partnership realm, those are the people you want that are savvy and driven, and they understand what that means. The dangle is less about maybe the commission and more about this amazing conscious community and the mission that we're pushing forward with, a solution to all these mystery symptoms through our glyphosate awareness.
I love what Carrie just said in the chat. Always think how this can benefit them. Make it about them, less about me.
And everybody's like not commission driven also, so that might be your drive, but just try to leave it open as possible. Sorry, Amy, to interrupt. I just wanted to get that out there. Like I didn't come on this because the commission was exciting to me. My reason was for health, but I partnered because I saw that I could help a lot of people. And what is the consequence of that is I have a thriving business. And, I really didn't even know what the commissions meant. As I was going, I was just sharing. So really coming from there, people will be attracted to you.
Oop, I think you muted yourself before you were done.
I also like using that those commissions you can plug back into your business. You can use them any way you want. So if you're wanting to push your business forward, you can use that as your investment that brings you forward. So you could do your 3 ULTs and things like that with that. So as you have the things on hand, like tart cherry aminos and your ULTs. I mean, I think those are energetic, some of those can't beat this. Some of those power items that are going to be great to have on hand that people are looking for. They see the beats all over the internet, and that, they're always looking for better sleep and urinary and prostrate, and skin health. So you've got those items on hand. And so I think that's a great tool to discuss if they're not interested in like the commissions and making that fast start, letting them know that, well, you can utilize that money in the fast start for other things, either for your purpose, or you could, you know, if you want to donate it, you could donate it, whatever it might be, but that money is right now readily available to you. And so utilizing it in a great way. It's like getting a loan from a bank almost. I mean, you're just getting this money that you didn't really have to do really that much for. I mean, I'm looking at getting a loan and I'm having to jump through some hoops. So it's, you know, what you have to do in order to get those commissions is pretty minimal.
Totally. And when you're coming from service, it doesn't feel like work, right? So if you're just sharing from your authentic truth and you're being, you know, we have so many stories to share. We're all just storytellers sharing this mission, this health, this wealth. Like, we have a lot of stories to be able to share that will resonate with people. And just be posting. Being consistent is so important. Consistency, follow up. Does anyone have anything else? Any other questions? Michelle, do you have anything else to add? No, she's there.
No, not really. I would just say I love that Carrie just put the tile up of the movie and just asked who's seen this. Like that, you know, have you seen this? You know, maybe a poll, or is that what you did, Carrie? Did you add a poll to it? I mean, I'm just gonna go do that right now.
Yeah, super easy. Yep. Yeah, I just asked, did you see this? Because I didn't really know I was just learning about everything happening. So I was just curious who saw it, and then it was a great way to start conversation.
And then you're just saying, if people say no, then you're just saying, well, amazing movie, we're having a watch party, I'd love for you to join us. And if they've seen it, you're just doing the same invite.
Yeah. I just send a voice message to everyone that voted on the poll, and let them know if they're local that we're going to be hosting something in person, and if not, we're going to be hosting something online with Dave. And I just share a little bit about what I'm excited about from what I've heard Dave say about the sequel to Kiss the Ground, and and that we're going to be sharing solutions for regenerative agriculture as well as solutions for glyphosate. So I just keep it really simple.
Super easy. Yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
think we should all go do that right now.
Yeah, let's challenge ourselves to do that. So we're at the top of the hour. I want to thank everyone for jumping on and being here, sharing your energy, sharing your wins. And I will be checking people's stories and voting in your polls. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Amazing
it.
call, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. And I'm going to be staying on for our